Medieval Total War. Trademarks. Sean Philip Graham. Single player. Start or continue a campaign game. Fight an historical battle. Create a custom battle. View replays or create new battle maps. Single player. Historical campaigns. View replays. View previously saved replays of battles you have fought. Embark on a series of historical battles and fight for your place in history. Historical battles. Partake in an ancient battle and fight it the way it should have been fought. View replays. Sean Graham, Richard campaign. Win, March the 27th, 2020, 3:48 p.m. Good afternoon. View replay. Jaffa 1191. King Richard I of England. Royal Knights, Richard Coeur de Lion. Ignore routers who aren't elite. Tie quickly in desert. Irresistible charge. Excellent attack. Marching. The English army is marching. Under Sean Philip Graham. Grand Master. Sultan Saladin's army. Turkoman horse in sight. Turkoman horse. Spearmen. Feudal foot knights. Spearmen. Feudal foot knights marching. Genoese sailors, Italian archers. Weak defence. Marching quickly, impetuous, fresh. Archers, spearmen. Genoese sailors, spearmen, Royal Knights. Bedouin camel warriors, Sultan Saladin. Quite fresh, combat bonus in sandy desert. Cause fear to horses. Very strong charge. Steady, quite fresh. marching quickly. Royal Knights, richly cored line, excellent attack. Marching quickly, impetuous, encouraged by the general. Very heavily armoured. Excellent defence. May charge without orders. Elite unit. Ignore routers who aren't elite. Very heavily armoured. Excellent defence. May charge without orders. Quite fresh. Bedouin camel warriors, Sultan Saladin. Happy that flanks are protected. Quite fresh. 120 Bedouin camel warriors. 20 Royal Knights. Marching around fortress of Jaffa, 1191. Spearmen marching. Spearmen fight best free. Weak attack. Large shield. Marching quickly. Very strong charge. Defend well versus cavalry. Fight best 3 or more ranks deep. Steady, very tired. Genoese sailors. Defensive structure of Jaffa. Location of Royal Knights, English Royal Knights. Vantage points of the castle. Higher ground. Saladin's army. Location of general. Castle gates. Bedouin camel warriors. Archers moving into position. English archers, English crossbowmen. The Richard campaign. Richard the Lionhearted, or Coeur de Lion, is one of the great warrior kings of English history. He spent only 6 months in England during his 10 years on the throne, and even that was just to squeeze more money out of the country. The rest of his time he was doing what he enjoyed and did best, soldiering. Richard's fame as a warrior was well earned. He personally brave, a formidable strategist. He was personally brave, a formidable strategist and a master castle builder, and was seen as the embodiment of chivalry. His skills eventually gave him command of the Third Crusade. And while he failed to take Jerusalem, it was not for want of trying. His battles were conducted with a good deal of military skill and political savvy, as he alternated attacks on the Saracens and negotiations with Saladin. Richard came to an appropriate soldier's end after his crusading days. He died after being shot by a crossbowman while besieging a rebellious vassal in France. Despite his personal wish that the crossbowman not be harmed for carrying out his duty, once Richard was safely dead, his lieutenants captured and flayed his killer in revenge. Jaffa, 1191 AD. The capture of Jaffa marked a high point for the warriors of the Third Crusade under their leader, Richard Coeur de Lion, after their victory at Arzuf in September 1191. The Crusaders took the city but got no closer to their final goal of capturing Jerusalem. Richard's army encamped outside the city because of the stench of the dead within the walls. In medieval times, it was well known that foul smells cause disease. As you begin this battle, a large Saracen force has appeared, cutting off any chance of withdrawal. With the city walls at their backs, Richard's army has no easy avenue of retreat. The Crusaders' position is far from hopeless, however. Defeating Saladin's army requires nerve and a little daring. The trick is to stand fast and use archers to weaken the Saracens as they approach, and then launch a countercharge at the right moment. Learning to judge the right moment is part of matching King Richard's strategic skill. Battle objectives. Bullet point, keep King Richard alive. Bullet point, make sure enough of your troops stand fast to survive Saladin's onslaught. Bullet point, rout or kill Saladin's army in its entirety. Quick tips. The Saracens have a massive cavalry force, so your only chance to win this one is to stay put. Don't pursue the units that rout first. You can't keep pace with them. Use your spearmen to shield your missile units. Hold back your knights as reserves, and throw them into the fray when the battle is at its most critical point. Some judgment required here. Historical campaigns. If either flank is not engaged, usually the right flank, withdraw some of the units from there to bolster your defence elsewhere. When the enemy is sufficiently thinned out and breaks rank, chase the routing units. The now returning rallied enemy units should suffer collapsed morale and join in the rout. Medieval Total War, a strategy guide by Rick Barber, read by Sean Graham. All 12 factions and all 3 eras, every historical campaign, inside tips from the developers, the Creative Assembly. Some say war changes nothing, perhaps they're using the wrong strategy. If an empire is to rise, so too must a leader. Can you fill the shoes of a famous historical hero? Command vast armies across the battlefields of Europe and North Africa, and guide your kingdom's fortunes through brutal conflict and violent upheaval. This essential volume will show you how. Rewrite 400 years of history. Bullet point comprehensive strategy leads you to glorious victory with all 12 factions and through every historical campaign. Bullet point complete real-time and turn-based coverage helps you master both components of the gameplay. Bullet point detailed specs for over 100 units guide you through the technology tree to better manage your empire's advances. Bullet point exclusive tips and inside information straight from the game's creators. Bullet point plus expert empire building tactics, in-depth combat system coverage and much more. Price $19.99 USA, Canada $28.99, UK £14.99. Brady Games, registered, take your game further, read by Sean Philip Graham. Activision, registered, the Creative Assembly, trademarks. Total War. Windows operating system 98, 2000, Millennium Edition and XP. Royal Knights. Tire quickly in the desert. Routed Allen mercenary cavalry. Exhausted. Attacking Mamluk cavalry. Royal Knights. Winning easily. Tire quickly in the desert. Royal Knights fighting, winning easily. Genoese sailors reloading, aiming, firing, reloading, shoot poorly in bad weather. Quite tired. Fast. Bedouin camel warriors running away. Mamluk cavalry. Routing Saladin's army. Royal Knights marching. Royal Knights followed by Gulen bodyguards attacking. Not panicked by death of general. Irresistible charge. Exhausted. Gulen bodyguards exhausted, wavering. Worried flanks are not protected. Spearmen marching, steady, quite tired. Mamluk cavalry coming into firing range for Genoese sailors. Royal Knights engaged. Excellent defense. Fighting, winning easily. Marching. Gulen bodyguards. 37 Gulen bodyguards. Ignore routers who aren't elite or disciplined. Running away, panicked by death, not panicked by death of general. Totally exhausted. Gulen cavalry. Good attack, marching, uncertain, exhausted. "56 Genoese sailors engaged with Bedouin camel warriors. English army in red, located at different positions of the fortress at Jaffa. Saladin army in yellow, highlighted in yellow on radar map. My General Richard de Lionart, standing. 60 crossbowmen, marching, very tired. Missiles, good versus armor. Good defense. Saladin's army, Muslim army, totally exhausted. Engagement with Italian archers, Genoese sailors, winning easily. Routing army. Location of my general. 8 royal knights. 12 knights lost in battle. Positioned on defensive higher ground. Tiring enemy army. Allen mercenary cavalry running away, worried by so many casualties, exhausted. Fast. Spearmen. English spearmen, 60 English spearmen, very strong charge. Allen mercenary cavalry wavering, disheartened by general's death. Disheartened by constant retreat. '87 Allen mercenary cavalry, enemy army. Tour of the Jaffa Fortress. Gun tower. Excellent viewpoints. Genoese sailors defeated in engagement. Location of king. Location of King of England. English army marching into formation. Defensive formation. Richard Coeur de Lion. Gulen bodyguards. Tire quickly in desert, marching. Irresistible charge. Worried by so many casualties. Exhausted, 30 Gulen bodyguards. Saracen infantry. Marching. Gulen cavalry running away. Rallying. Routing enemy army. Being routed. Archers, Richard Coeur de Lion. Aiming, firing, shoot poorly in bad weather. Steady, quite tired. Vulnerable to missiles. Very weak attack. Mamluk cavalry retreating. Mamluk cavalry leaving the battlefield, retreating. End of replay. Shack, Middle Eastern households. Survey of the battlefield. Hilly terrain, arid desert. Gulen bodyguards retreated, totally exhausted. The Third Crusade with Sean Philip Graham. Saracen infantry retreated, disheartened by constant retreat. Medieval military fortress, castle wall, tower. Vantage points. End of replay. Sean Philip Graham, 27th of March 2020. Jaffa, 1191.